The AP has learned that 4 high-value terrorist prisoners held at Guantanamo Bay were secretly moved overseas just ahead of a Supreme Court ruling that would have given them legal protections.
So in March of 2004, the CIA began moving these 4 men out of Guantanamo and back into the so-called black sites. And by moving them out when they did, the CIA was allowed to hold them for about 2 more years without lawyers, without access to human rights inspectors, and to continue to interrogate them.
The Bush administration apparently sent them overseas to prevent them from blowing the cover on the black site prison network and harsh interrogation tactics, including waterboarding. The 4 al-Qaeda operatives, Abu Zubaydah, Abdel Nashiri, Ramzi bin al-Shibh, and Mustafa al-Hassawi, were flown out of Guantanamo in March of 2004 to Rabat, Morocco.
It was all part of this kind of shell game, this elaborate ruse that was set up to try to hide the ball from the courts.
While the 4 were out of the country, the Supreme Court ruled that Guantanamo detainees had legal rights in American courts and access to lawyers. 2 years later, the existence of the black sites and the infamous interrogation program was revealed. Then President George W. Bush emptied the overseas prison network, sending the 4 back to Guantanamo. This time, they were given access to attorneys and the American legal system. John Belmont, The Associated Press.
Committee's study of the Central Intelligence Agency's Detention and Interrogation Program is a report compiled by the bipartisan United States Senate Select Committee on Intelligence about the Central Intelligence Agency's Detention and Interrogation Program and its use of torture during interrogation in U.S. government bulletins on detainees in CIA custody. More than 6,700-page report, including 38,000 footnotes, details the history of the CIA's detention and interrogation program and the committee's 20 findings and conclusions. On December 9, 2014, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence released a 525-page portion that consisted of key findings and an executive summary of the full report. It took more than 5 years to complete. The full unredacted report remains classified. Today's summary. CIA headquarters urges continued use of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques, despite interrogators' assessment that Ramzi bin al-Shibh was cooperative. When CIA interrogators at Detention Site Blue assessed that Ramzi bin al-Shibh was cooperative and did not have additional knowledge of future attacks, CIA headquarters disagreed and instructed the interrogators to continue using the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques, which failed to elicit the information sought by CIA headquarters. February 11, 2003, interrogators asked CIA headquarters for questions that Alex Station was 85% certain Ramzi bin al-Shibh will be able to answer in order to verify bin al-Shibh's level of cooperation. The interrogator stated that information from Abu Zubaydah and al-Nashiri suggested that Ramzi bin al-Shibh would not have been given a new assignment or trusted with significant information given his high-profile links to the September 11, 2001 attacks. They further stated that Ramzi bin al-Shibh had achieved substantial notoriety after September 11th, but was still unproven in al-Qaeda circles and may have been privy to information more as a bystander than as an active participant. The CIA's Alex Station disagreed with the assessment of the detention site personnel, responding that it did not believe the portrayals of Ramzi bin al-Shibh offered by Abu Zubaydah and al-Nashiri were accurate, and that CIA headquarters assessed that bin al-Shibh must have actionable information due to his proximity to Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, and CIA headquarters' belief that Ramzi bin al-Shibh had a history of withholding information from interrogators. Alex Station wrote, "As Base Detention Site Blue is well aware, Ramzi had long been deliberately withholding and or providing misleading information to his interrogators in a foreign government. From our optic, it is imperative to focus Ramzi exclusively on two issues. What are the next attacks planned for the United States? And who and where are the operatives inside the United States? The Alex Station cable stated that Ramzi bin al-Shibh had spent extensive time with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and must have heard discussions of other targets. The cable added that headquarters strongly believes that bin al-Shibh was involved in efforts on behalf of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to identify and place operatives in the West. The February 13, 2003 cable concluded, "We think bin al-Shibh is uniquely positioned to give us much-needed critical information to help us thwart large-scale attacks inside the United States, and we want to do our utmost to get it as soon as possible. Good luck." CIA officers at Detention Site Blue therefore continued to use the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques against bin al-Shibh for approximately 3 additional weeks after this exchange, including sleep deprivation, nudity, dietary manipulation, facial holds, attention grasps, abdominal slaps, facial slaps, and walling. Bin al-Shibh did not provide the information sought on operatives inside the United States or large-scale attacks inside the United States either.